Mimi said in the chat this week. She said this week is sunglasses night.
Yes, it
I wear
is.
sunglasses every week though.
I want to be like you, Drip.
I normally don't wear
start that
sunglasses. Is the thing like
you have to wear regular glasses, Cal?
That's the thing. Like I'm luckily I can see right now.
Yeah.
But
are you nearsighted or farsighted?
I am. I think I'm supposed to be. I'm nearsighted. But I was also not supposed to be wearing my glasses all the time. So whatever I was supposed to be. My vision's not bad, but it's not like it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Same. I don't have like really bad vision, but I have to. I think you guys have seen this before, where I have to take my glasses off to look up close. Like I can't have them on. And
I do that sometimes. It depends. I be having to focus shit, but it is what it. Drop a 1 in the chat if you blind like we are. Fam's been mad at glasses all week.
Yeah, nah. I gotta. If I don't have my glasses, they gotta give me a stick.
It's a damn shame. And you was talking about wearing masks. The mask.
Yeah, I hate it. It's terrible.
It's awful.
Listen, this has been. It's been heck all week. This has been trash. Everybody look good in glasses.
You look studious. You look studious.
I mean, yeah, it's not a bad look. It's not a bad look at all.
Listen, I have glasses with clear lenses just to make it look like I can wear glasses.
Hey, listen, if you've ever listened to the Where's Buffy podcast, understand I'm built for comfort, not for speed, and these are not comfortable. You know what I mean? I don't care how they look. The lady stopped me. Oh, I love your glasses. Oh, all right, yo, go ahead, get your coffee and get on about it. Listen, these fogging up, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
No, that's the worst.
Awful. It's awful.
Glasses fogging up is the actual worst.
Yo, shout out to Pretty Hips for putting me on, man. I'm gonna get that defogger. That's defogger right there.
It's a defogger for when you're wearing the.
Like, I guess you spray it on, and you know what I mean. They saying that, you know what I mean. It helps with the. I'll throw it up on the timeline.
Is it like a Scotch guard for glasses?
Right. Yeah, I guess so. You know what I mean? More like Rain-X. Distinguished. I don't know why it's studious. It's distinguished. All sounds condescending. It sounds like synonyms for fogged up glasses. God dang it!
It sounds like you speak so well.
It's because you have glasses and a beard, so it's a look that works.
It sounds like you're so well spoken.
Oh, see, and that's the thing. Like, I be wanting to wear hats sometimes, and then I feel like you got like hats, glasses, and a chain. Like, I'm over accessorized. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's a lot, yeah.
I feel like I'm doing a lot. Like, you know, the old nigga that be somewhere, and the nigga got all his rings and watches and chains and bracelets.
I'm killing with this.
Right.
Whole
talk about that. I haven't here yet. Come on.
Damn, he said he's not here yet. That's crazy. Uh-oh. I see who is here, though. Hold up.
Uh-oh.
Creek.
I see who is here, though. Hold up. Look at this.
Woo! Zach!
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
What's up, family? How you doing? I'm good.
Doc, where are you right now?
Doc, I'm gonna be honest. I hate those colors behind you. You know I do. You know I hate those colors behind you, Doc.
Yeah.
You taking in some draft night festivities?
Yeah. I'm here at FedEx, brother. I'm here at FedEx.
Wow.
You already know.
You
already know.
Yo, they call that.
See, fam. Don't you like how the black Rasslin accessorized with the command? How about that?
Oh, shit. Damn, that's the wrong title. That's the wrong title.
Oh my god.
There you go. There you go.
No, you know what though? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna be honest here, Doc.
Yeah.
I would say I hate those colors, but every time I see them colors, my team wins. So,
Hey, where Cal go?
I'm right. I had to make sure that I have my belt secure. You was pulling out the hardware. I had to make sure mine was right with me.
You know, I'm digging that fan do on you, bro. I'm digging that. I got the I have the first replica when they first dropped when they dropped like back in 2000 with figures. I got that first one. So the NWA 10 pounds and the big gold, that the NWA big gold, they've been my two favorites. You know what I'm saying?
When you get with Doc and Corey and Brian H. Waters, these are title guys. Like when you see them, they got titles both on. Right. You know what I mean? Doc got the title on. Hey Doc, you know the rules. If we see you wearing the title, we can challenge you for that title.
Right.
That's the rule.
Right.
That's the rule.
HBCU con. I'm just saying HBCU con. You know what I mean?
We'll get to. We'll get to that. I did want to ask you. Speaking on the titles, Doc, what's your title situation at home? Do you got like how many title belts do you have in the office?
Boy. Oh boy. See. Put it like this. As many as Corey has, I just have half of what he has. So I would say right now, and I ain't stressing that. I would say right now I'm on my 17th one, because the last one I got was the version 2 ROH just in time for Final Battle. I got that, but I'm more the old school guy. I'm not the new school. So when it comes to NWA, I got the NWA, the 10 pounds and the gold. I got the US, I got the TV, I got the US tag, I got the world tag. So and I'm classic WWF. So I got the Winged Eagle, the classic IC, and
that's the one.
And the classic 86 tag title from
one, the Demolition Jump. That's
right before the Demolition. If you look at how the plates were, we're talking from US Express, Rotundo and Wyndham to right up to the Hart Foundation. Right up to the Hart Foundation in '87. That's when you saw the transition of the slight transition of the plates. So if you really look at the plates, because Corey has that version from the '87 up until when up until when the WWF logo changed to the scratch logo. Up until that point, he got that, and I got the classic. They call it the Bulldog title. The Bulldog title, because the Bulldogs really dominated when it came to that gold belt. So yeah, I got that version. So that I have to have the classics. So
I feel you.
Yes, sir.
Doc, you mentioned HBCU Con, which is going down this weekend. Can you, for the people that don't know, can you give the people a little bit of information? Peace to Math, peace to Brother Math. Can you give me a little bit of information on HBCU Con?
Okay, there he is. Shout out to Math. That's my fam. So I want to preface this. Let me preface this first of all. When you were opening up the chat, I wasn't trying to correct you, letting you know that's how you called me, because I wasn't sure if you knew my real name was. For some reason, YouTube didn't. For some reason, YouTube changed where you had to use your real name. I don't care about that, but
Doctor D.
Let you know that was me. So
all I know is Doctor D. All I know is Dr.
There it is. That's it. That's it.
Break down the con. What can people who are around expect from HBCU Con this weekend?
So I want to shout out first of all shout out my homegirl Chana CC Lawson. She's the founder and owner and one of the first Black women to run her own pop culture convention. I want to shout her out. She's an HBCU grad from Bowie State, and that's where it's going to be. And basically, she just took a pop culture anime Comic-Con with an HBCU theme. So she created that, and also today is National Superhero Day, and it's still Black Women's History Month. Still shouting out to Black women and all the ladies, especially in wrestling. Shout out to Mimi. Finally got to talk to Mimi. She always down with Corey at Turnbuckle Talk, my nephew, of course. So HBCU Con is going to be that kind of vibe. This is the first HBCU Con in person. So I'm looking forward to that. Last year was virtual, so we did the panel virtually. I definitely want to shout out my bro Greg Miller, DJ G Mills from Morehouse, who started the DMV Wrestling fans page, where just like the Jobbeteers host their wrestling events in New York. Greg was already doing it here down in the DMV, and he's also a part of my panel, even though he won't be there today. And I also want to shout out Chris Bournet, the filmmaker of Lady Wrestler, who was a guest on my panel last year at HBCUCon. So I'm looking forward to this real, what I call star-studded in-person panel, featuring myself, featuring my nephew Corey, featuring my longtime bro Brian H. Waters, and to understand the bond that me, Corey, have developed with Brian. We're talking about over a decade now. We're talking about over a decade, going back to the days of Dew Burns. I don't know if Fam and Mav got a chance to go to Dew Burns under RCW right before Ring of Honor, came to, but that's how far back we go. So we always had that bond, and they're going to be a part of it. And we're going to showcase the DMV promotions that are happening here. C3W, Fight Club, Flying V. Assault Wrestling Alliance is also a promotion here in the DMV, even though they won't make it, but I'll show them some love too. But it's been about time. I'm telling you right now, it's been about time that pro wrestling was more closer to our area. I got love, of course, for all my wrestling family in the Baltimore area, Richmond area, even up in the East Coast in New York and New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So, and being that I'm from Newark originally, it's a no-brainer that I always get to go home as well. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy the fact that this wrestling scene has grown like no other, and it's going to be real star-studded. And Math and Fam are definitely in the house as well.
Doctor D.
Yes, sir.
Take a breath, motherfucker. Take a breath.
You know what?
Promo mode.
You know what?
Hey,
Literally,
only because it's Math, and he knows why. Only because it's Math. Only because it's Math. But I want to say this as well. Okay, so like I said, I love how BRP shows me love. I'm a firm believer in support working both ways. So just as y'all show me love, I show you love, and vice versa, and all of that. As I was saying, BRP is definitely going to be VIP, not just Fam and Math in the building, but Cal, Drip, Mimi. If y'all wanted to still be a part and not just watch on my Facebook or on my Instagram, which my Instagram is private because of those daggone bots. But the Facebook is public. But if Cal, Drip, and Mimi, if y'all want to be a part of it, I'm gonna do something that I did at BlurCon, whereas I sent y'all a Zoom link. And when I send y'all the Zoom link, y'all can come in and not only watch the panel on my Facebook, but you'll be a part of it. You'll be able to not just chat, but speak. Y'all be able to talk and interact. And that's how I do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! Thank you, Doc. That's
jamming on the one.
That's a very old. And you see how Drip isn't laughing?
Yeah, Drip on
the definitely an old nigga joke.
Jamming on the one. Doc, if I'm not, you talked about representing BRP. If I'm not mistaken, that's the sweatshirt you was rocking when you was dancing to the job show, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know. And see, I'm mad because I need to get back with Slick because I had his phone number on one of my old phones. So I'm like, dang it, if I can find that number, then I will try to give him a call, and hopefully it's the same daggone number, and I can let him know. Yeah.
Hey, Doc, what you ready to go out and do?
Right.
What y'all ready to go out and do? You know what I mean?
Do that thing. They about to do that thing.
Doc said no comment.
Let me get back in the chat. Let me get back in the chat. Because I can block some Bammers too. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Let me go back in the chat. if they starting something with it.
Doc is crazy. Doc, wait, I know you're enjoying the festivity. I did want to ask though.
No, I'm good, man. I'm here. I'm here for y'all.
I'll be online, right? Especially since I've been following you on Twitter and Instagram and seeing how often you post. It'd be a wrestler birthday, and Doc ain't posting one photo. It's like 5 photos. Like, how long have you been in the mix, especially when it comes to having people's numbers in your phones and being able to get that type of access with pro wrestlers?
I'm glad you asked that. So here's how I do this, and I'm gonna slow walk this. So what I do is, and this is my second time doing this. I have a few milestones that I've been grateful for. And it reminds me, and it's a message to everybody. Count your blessings. So what I do is it's threefold. I call it my wrestling mission. And what that means is, since I started this 15 years ago, I acknowledge the milestones that really were responsible for the creation of Docta D. So here's how I do this. I celebrate it in threefold. Last year, I actually celebrated 35 years of being Docta D. Meaning that back in
talking to the rail like that
you
for
need a title
35?
belt. You need a title belt.
Back in '86.
He's busy taking his belt off.
Man saw me with the belt. Back in '86, when I was in high school / private school, I'm meeting my best friend based because I'm hearing him talk wrestling, and we were just basically went from talking wrestling to gym time. We got 2 mats, 4 chairs, and we going at it, and everybody in the school goes nuts. So my best friend used to call himself Captain Crunch, and I was known as the Doctor of Devastation. Something that I always say in my tagline. So,
Docta D and Captain Crunch. That is the name of the show.
Docta D and Captain Crunch.
Yes, he's still my best friend to this day. We still go at it. I'm watching him. He's Cowboys.
You still have matches?
He's a Cowboys fan. He's a Cowboys fan. He lives in Vegas,
Shout out to my man Cap.
He lives in Vegas, though. But I celebrate that, and then the second year, which is like this year, I'm celebrating 15 years since we go back to the MySpace era now, where we go back to the MySpace era now, where I'm looking at all these people on YouTube when you couldn't upload YouTube no more than 10 minutes. Google ain't on it yet. So
right.
I'm watching all these people sitting in front of the webcam. I'm like, that's corny to me. It ain't like what it is now, but at that time, I'm like, I could do that. I could do something like that. I create my MySpace page, but I ain't sitting in front of no webcam. I'm going out into the people. So Cyber Sunday 2007, me, my nephew Corey, and my other best friend Michael Curtis. That's the origin of what I call the Firm. If anybody know about the Firm, wrestling marks of excellence, it started with us 3. That's how I called it, right? So Cyber Sunday 2007, right down the street from me is a Foreman Mills, and Batista was doing an autograph sign. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking my camera. I used to have an 8 megapixel, and then it went up to 16 megapixel. Got to let people know what the content was like then, right? So I'm taking that, and then
I was playing Minecraft.
Yeah, and taking that and recording that, got a little bit of me talking to Batista, and then the next day I'm at Best Buy with Rey Mysterio, and then 2007, Cyber Sunday 2007, Corey and I start debuting, if you will, with the belts, walking around doing the cakewalk, and also, and shout out to my other bro, Corey's other best friend named Khalif. We called him Cameraman Khalif. died unexpectedly the week before Survivor Series 2009.
Oh,
The week before
so
Survivor
sorry to hear
Series
that.
2009, same night that Kofi blew up the place in DC, beating Randy Orton and CM Punk. So he was supposed to have been with us. So, but he was always the cameraman, and I miss that about him. So, and then now the next year will be 15 years since the Docta D show, the video show that started it all, is on July the 5th. July the 5th, it debuted. I'm at Apple Store in Tyson's Corner, learning how to upload on Google Video, Blip.tv, iFilm.com, all of this, and that's the debut. Already talking to Jake the Snake, Bruno Sammartino, Superfly,
The real Jake the Snake.
I didn't have a recorded video of him, but got to meet Ultimate Warrior when he was on the low before he got back, because I'm at GW for a speaking engagement and it was only like 20 people. So yeah. So it's so much of my history that I'm grateful for, and I'm grateful for to continue my history with people like yourselves. I definitely am grateful.
Doc, you sound like the World Wide West of wrestling right now.
You're a historian, just like your nephew.
Yeah, he you know where he got it from. You see it, so you see it. He's not going to tell you that, but you see it.
That's crazy. Doc, after HBC UConn, what's next? You got what's lined up?
So, as fam already know, BlurCon. Well, let me just say this. So, I'm sponsoring HBC UConn. I'm sponsoring Baltimore Celeb Fest in May, but I'm also, of course, going to be at BlurCon.
When is BlurCon?
BlurCon is July the 8th to 10th, and it's in the Northern Virginia area, right across the bridge from the DMV. Fam is a part of the panel, and Brian and Corey as well, and we're going to have some other guests, and hopefully put it like this. I'm also going to be sponsoring Black Wrestle Fest, and they know that it's coming. I'm going to be sponsoring them, but BlurCon is really the one that people love to see, love to come to, and it's becoming an event. It's becoming an event. I remember when it first started, and there were no wrestling fans, no wrestling panels. You only saw one guy that had a Bullet Club shirt on, and that was it. And then I asked the guy, I said, "Well, is there a wrestling panel?" And they like, "We had a wrestling panel, but they turned it down." I say no more, or say less, as everyone said. And it's been history ever since. Every year.
Yeah, man, I had a really dope time last year, both days. Checking out the I just wanted to know what BlurCon was. Of course, my son is an anime guy, so I had a good time that weekend last year, kind of taking him taking him around and checking out all the anime stuff and the video game stuff, and then getting a chance to all right, kid, give me about an hour, I'm gonna go in here, we're gonna talk this wrestling, and we can go back out to these video games. But yeah, man, had an amazing time. Dope panel last year. Yeah, and looking forward to killing it this year, man. It should be live.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, if the whole Black wrestling family come down, it's all love. It's gonna be all love. And what I'm attempting to do this year that it hasn't been done, I was inspired last year when I saw a panel that did nothing but sing-alongs to show tunes and so forth. Yeah. And I'm saying to myself, me liking to sing along, doing karaoke and whatnot, why not do a wrestling themed karaoke? So that is getting ready to go down. A wrestling themed karaoke. We got songs listed up. I already have a friend that is like Y2J or Chris Jericho or the Sports Entertainer. Sports Entertainer. He's the number one Jericho fan. And I said, okay, well, you will get Judas. We'll save you last for Judas. So he'll get Judas. But whatever y'all want to do, Jive Soul Bro is going to be on the tunes. Whoever wants to do that. Cody's theme. I mean, I'm
getting out of here. Nope.
What I want to know is what I need to know. What I need to know, Doc, is are you going to have a little ditty by the name of GRABTAECCR? You know what I mean? Grab them cakes.
Oh, man.
That's Sylvester Ritter right there.
You want to put JYD in? We can do that.
Might have to get that Sylvester Ritter. I'm not singing that. Because I got to be sober. My son will be there.
That's what singing.
Cal can't sing along to Dick the Snake, but he can just sit. He can pantomime sitting on the stool.
I have a bag around my shoulder. I just walk around.
This motherfucker laughing.
Doc is cool. I'll do Cody Rhodes' theme. That'll be me. I'll get a big ass coat and everything. Dye my hair.
I'm saying mini man.
They said Docta D and Captain Crunch sound like a go-go band. Oh, they must be from DC.
Whole time.
They must be from DC.
You know that Sugar Bear and them cousin. That's Lil Benny uncle. You know what I mean? That's Lil Benny cousin. Lil Benny from Lil Benny and the Masses. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Well, you know, Sugar Bear go to my church. I know Sugar Bear
get out of here
for a good minute.
Now that's my favorite. That's the best thing I've heard on this podcast ever.
Sugar Bear
goes to my church.
That's 100% legit.
It's my thing, Lord. Do what you want to do.
Sugar Bear went to my church. All right, I think, Doc, it's been fun talking to you. I think we got to get this show going.
Go ahead.
I know you're doing your thing. Again, HBCU Con. We'll see. It's going down this weekend. Doc, your panel Sunday?
Sunday, 2 to 4 Eastern time.
There you go.
I'll be there at 3:57.
Facts. He will be. Just pulling into the parking lot.
Just pulling up.
Boom!
Bring that merch. Bring that merch, man. We'll do a commercial.
Yeah, try to tell him, Doc. Tell him.
You got merch on deck, Matt? If they see you out at the con?
No.
Say less. Doc, it's been fun.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna kick you out of here.
That's
and
all.
We're gonna get into this show. Doc, I'm gonna talk to you soon though, because I do want to at least see the panel on Sunday and maybe be a part of that. But,
absolutely. Much love, BRP. Much love.
All right, Doc.
Let's get it going.
Bye, Doc.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another Jetpack Con of All-Star Wrestling.
I swear to God, with these damn sunglasses on, I feel like I'm going. It's dark in my house, and I already know that I can see shit. Anyway, welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast. Shouts to everybody that's still been rocking with us, because clearly, God's still working on us. As always, it's your boy Cal. I'm your current reigning and defending 3-time Black Rasslin. Again, don't get mad at me. Get mad at yourselves. Do better next time. There's a pay-per-view coming up. As you can see, the squad is on the line. Mimi, say what's good to the people.
My name is Mimi, and I'm the best, and all the DJs like to feel my.
Get her out of here.
Yeah.
Get her out of here.
Jesus.
Listen, I asked my nieces to help me come up with something, and that's what they helped.
That's what they came up. Some
like you ever seen Coming to America?
Yeah.
No.
Old ass nieces. Let me get my VHS.
Mimi niece is 50.
What is that? Velvet?
What is that? Velvet?
This is beautiful.
Aha. Beat your Lewis's ass.
He says, where's the spoon? Where's the spoon? Where is the spoon? Hey man, IlFam79 on your social media choice, aka Family Macho Man Savage. Woo! Free Johnny Depp.
That was good. I like that. This nigga. What is he doing?
Cal,
What's popping? What's popping?
Lords of the Underground. We some chief rockers.
Ooh, don't do it to him.
This be the A-team. I'm B.A. Brockers. Cal,
What's popping?
we got the roof on fire and the city under siege. Name the podcast fucking with we. Bitch, please. I know some of y'all are like, who the fuck is he? All confident. I know he ain't talking to me. Slow it down. You niggas too quick to run your mouths. Get down with the kings. This is Black Rasslin House at Meth Damon.
I like what you did there. I appreciate that.
Damon.
This nigga, he about to steal somebody's bike though.
Damon.
Bo.
Facts. Drip.
Davis, aka Drip, the J White Boy or BRP, the real Drip Shady, the sensitive lover boy, the future two-time BRP predictions champion. That's all.
That's it.
I'm a
YouTube.
neighborhood legend.
Hold on. Hold on.
That's right. I'm a neighborhood legend.
Sorry.
Legend.
Where's the other? What the fuck? Anyway,
Yo, you know the math.
Yo, I seen there was two podcast niggas, man, that had challenged the enemies to some sort of rap battle next year in Mania. I say we take winners.
Challenge to a rap battle?
Yeah, give us winners.
I got a rap?
No, you don't.
Okay, I don't. If
You ain't got to.
Nah, I'll represent our team. I've more than proven.
This production right here. See, this is how you produce it. You know what I mean? You gotta do production. I want people, you know what I mean? Like, you know how when somebody having a seizure, you put a spoon in their mouth and you gotta shut them up. You know what I mean? Take this spoon, nigga, shut up. Don't swallow your tongue.
don't swallow your tongue.
Don't swallow your tongue.
Jesus Christ.
I love him.
Am I the only one who thought it was weird that, like, when they said this week on Raw that they were celebrating 20 years of Randy Orton's debut, like he's really been, and he's been around for a good chunk of them 20 years.
I've liked him for 2.
That was what I was gonna ask, because I feel like a lot of people didn't rock with Randy for a while.
No.
Well, don't forget, he's been around the last decade more than he was the first one because he was constantly tearing shoulders and
That's right.
triceps and pecs, all that.
He had a wellness too, right?
Yeah, he had a couple.
A couple.
As a matter of fact, they debate that he low key may have had a third, but it kind of it got a little. It was a little muddy, but it was him and that around that K2 and that spice shit. That was when they started making the changes for weed and how much you get fined and if you get knocked for that or not. But yeah, he had I think they were steroids, but I think it was weed. And now it's just they got what they have the
weed man.
They had the RK Bro 420 shirt. Like they don't give a fuck.
Not Taiwan.
Mimi, is that how it was on the inside? They were smoking.
I feel like
they were smoking L's in the parking lot.
No. I wish.
You know that nigga.
You still cross the pond. You still cross the pond, my man.
Hey.
Oh my god, it's just funny. Nah, I don't even know. I kind of feel like the wellness thing kind of went away for a little bit. Like after Roman got, after he got snipped, I feel like we really haven't really heard anything.
Yeah, you gotta watch your phrasing. Like
Roman had a vasectomy.
How is that snip?
Roman
Clearly,
baby.
Clearly, he has not.
Whatever. What pills did he get popped for? It was something like
Adderall.
Yeah, something. But that's what happened with Eva Marie. Didn't she have like an Adderall pop as well?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, I think her.
That's the company
that's why she got booted.
Yeah.
Oh.
They was popping everybody for pills, but now it's just like everybody smoking weed.
I'm not really.
So-
I wasn't really into her, so I,
Oh, me neither.
What would it look like if they would have passed grass in the 90s?
Back when Bret Hart was talking about it?
A lot of niggas probably would still be alive.
Look like now.
It wouldn't have been a lot less Soma, a lot less of them other pills that was killing Louis Spicoli and all them cats way too early. I imagine.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, it would still be more legends, right? Because niggas wrestle till they 55, 60.
Right.
And I mean, especially, how them niggas handle their money. If they could, they would still be out here. I mean, one of the bushwhackers still out here with these. So I guess it's a situation where a lot of the guys that, either got on them pills and tore their body up. Shout out Lex Luger. They probably would still be around and be, part of TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like once you start, I think it's like kids, right? Once you tell them that they can't do something, they're going to try to do it anyway. And then it's like the gateway. It's the gateway, right?
Drugs definitely won the war on drugs.
It did. It did.
I was just because last week they just legalized recreational weed for 21 and older New Jersey. And they said first day it was like $2 million that came into the state just off of the weed sales alone. Like, yeah, it's a wrap.
People were online for it.
Yes, early morning.
Yep.
Early morning. It's a wrap.
What's up, baby?
I got my papers.
Jeez, yeah, no, it would have been a lot less dead bodies if cats.
A lot of motherfuckers wouldn't be dead.
Are we saying like they couldn't do weed back then? Because I mean, again, there are guys like Bret Hart.
No, but Drip, you got to remember. What the thing with weed was, it was because it was judged as I know a Schedule A or whatever.
If you're already doing coke and pills, who's gonna look at you for doing weed? Come on.
I mean, isn't that what Jimmy's was it? Sheik and Duggan got popped for smoking weed in the car. Like they
got locked up. That was they got locked up.
It was a stigma is more what I'm saying, like for weed back then, and I think it was. I don't want to say it was worse than steroids, but I imagine they probably thought that if you were out there getting high, you walking around the ring, being dopey and shit, and now Riddle's the 420 king. Him and RVD.
And it was I would say it was RVD before him. Yeah.
Yo, did y'all see RVD and Riddle in that little video?
No, I haven't seen that.
Bro.
What does mine say? Sweet.
Tell
me mine, dude. Like
too much.
How? I mean, we can't spend the whole night on this, but how much longer do y'all want to see this? Like, how much longer do we really need?
Don't ask me that question.
Nah, I want to. I mean, because you got to think. Last week we were talking about the bloodline possibly unifying the titles. Randy got this man got the title. Mm-hmm. He's in the picture. I mean, and if it's 20 years and he's smoking weed and he's healthy, do we got another 10 in him? Is y'all trying to see that again?
Oh my gosh, what happened?
I think so.
He hang with Riddle. I don't know what they be doing.
Did you say he got another?
Another time? I said what I said. I know what I said. I know what I said.
Let me be honest. I hated Randy Orton.
I think everyone has gone through a Randy Orton hate.
Orton phoned in a great deal of his career on the strength of his natural ability, his
shout out to Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, his history, his and just him being able, like him on TV, visually looks like a pro wrestler every time you see him.
That's pro wrestling right there.
His quads. Have you ever seen his quads?
Come on, you gotta relax.
I don't even know what a quad is.
We see like he's
You said hit the
It
Quan?
used to be like this, but now he's like
He I don't know.
I don't know. Then he got the mustache. He looked like.
That's why I didn't grab a pic. The mustache and beard. That shit is not.
He look like Randy Orton. Like
you said last year he was like the newest member of Mayans MC.
Your whole time. Like,
that's funny. Like, he's part of the Best Friends organization. That's crazy.
Oh, listen, I thought he was trying to, you know what I mean, smuggle some stuff, you know what I mean, for El Padrino. But nah,
Orton cartel.
Jesus.
Miguel Colindo. No, but like he's now doing the best of his career. He made RK Bro. RK Bro was supposed to be nothing for real. Right. It was supposed to be a blip.
That's right.
It was probably supposed to be an Orton or Riddle turn months ago.
Right.
But people
that's
love
right,
it.
Peeps. That's right,
you know
Peeps.
What I'm saying? No, that's not right.
Nah, get Peeps.
Now, if we do it,
yeah, how about that?
If Nikita come across the screen, you know what I mean?
Nikita, come on.
What about her in ring? I don't nobody care about her in ring.
Listen.
Look at what y'all did.
Listen. Randy Orton. That's all I have to say. His in-ring ability, like everything about Randy is wrestling. Everything. He comes out, he's wrestling. He tells a story in the ring. Like there was a point in time where he was like the most hated wrestler. I personally think he was the most hated person in wrestling. He was saying dumb shit online. He was pooping in people's bags. He thought he was the shit. He was sleeping with this, that, and the third. But I personally feel like him as an individual.
I didn't say that.
I personally feel like him as an individual has completely like morphed and changed right in front of us. He's a completely different person. His outlook, his purview on just life itself, and especially the culture, is completely different. And I commend him for that.
How old is this kid, Mimi?
I don't know. He's got a daughter, right, from the first marriage.
He has a daughter from his first marriage.
And then he has two.
Adopted like his new wife's kids. Like they have like 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah.
But
they have one together.
His kid was young.
Yeah, like they have. Wait,
so he got an old kid now. You saying?
Yeah.
Like 2, I guess.
When did they have 2008? So 14.
Yeah, I'm looking 15? It up right now.
He got a whole team.
Yeah.
But man, kids.
That's what you saying, man. The kids made him cool.
I think the wife did it.
I think it was he found probably the right one, but also
is witness protection math stuck?
He's definitely stuck.
I thought he was doing that.
I joined the mob 20 years ago. And I definitely was a bag man for several bosses. I know where all the bodies are.
You really do it like you about to rob somebody.
Yeah, for real. Dead president.
Run your car, homie.
Hey.
When you're poor.
Run your core.
Hey,
don't run your core, cuz. Hey, cuz.
You just stepped on my sneaker, cuz.
You really look like he about to hit a lick. I'm sorry. I apologize.
But yeah, he married. She's Puerto Rican. Mm-hmm. And she's from
wait a minute. Math wasn't here, so he didn't do his
Jesus. Calm down.
She's from the block, and he be at cookouts.
You said his wife gave him swag.
His
wife gave him swag.
Was fighting with Soulja Boy. His opinion on the culture hasn't changed when he was close to saying what he was a Soulja Boy. Come on.
She used to be.
They were arguing, right?
They were arguing, but
did he be like, "How many baby mamas do you have?" And then Soulja Boy just like,
yeah, but he wasn't saying that. That was her.
Soulja Boy.
That was her.
Nope.
That was her. In my opinion, I'm not passing anything off. This is my opinion. I'm saying. Mimi is saying it was.
You just wanted to cook out for your own selfish needs.
What selfish needs do I have? What are you talking about? What cookout would I be at that Randy would be at?
At Body More Bottles. I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know.
I don't know. All I'm saying
so,
is I personally think that it was not him. It was the wife. That was
all right, so let's talk about Randy's transgression of saying nigger. No, he didn't say nigger.
I said nigga. I didn't say nigger.
No.
He said, "What's up, nigga? You playing the game?"
He said, "What's up, nigga?"
Don't mention it on TV.
My nigga, you playing Call of Duty?
Yo, he got so. I'll say it like this with Randy and his N-word Joan. You know what I mean? His N-word situation. If Randy was sitting in the house and said nigger, niggas would have beat him up, right?
That's right.
If the nigga was playing the game and slapped the big deuce down, boom, ha ha, nigga, niggas would have told him chill out the first time.
Question:
Am I incorrect?
Because
if niggas disagree, please tell me.
You're correct. I actually wanted to piggyback off of what you because the whole Undertaker on it. They too soft. These niggas they playing games all day. Xavier Woods is a bit. I'm assuming Xavier Woods and Randy Orton have played the game before, right? Do you think Randy Orton has called Xavier Woods a nigga while they playing the game? And did Xavier Woods say anything? Or is that too much of a question for the YouTube? Nigga, you muted.
I don't.
Nigga. Possibly.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Possibly.
Nigga.
That was Randy to Xavier Woods, you said?
Yeah, it's possible that Xavier Woods gave him the you got it. Nah.
Or did Randy Orton beat him in the game and he was like,
"Sit down, nigga."
And Xavier said, "You know what?
I'm almost.
I feel like he checked them.
I wouldn't want to hear niggas say niggas. You know what I mean? I don't know if I want to hear
Randy Orton say nigga.
Xavier Woods say nigga.
I'm assuming Xavier Woods doesn't say nigga.
Nah, I doubt he says nigga.
I kind of think he do.
I doubt it.
That nigga from Atlanta.
Who's he saying nigga with? Kofi Kingston is not saying.
He got a wife though.
Hey, listen, niggas. I know mad niggas. I'm from Anne Arundel County, baby. I know mad niggas with wild wives that say nigga.
Let's say nigga.
I ain't say white wife. I said he had a wife.
No, niggas is in here saying, you know what I mean, his wife white. So.
Oh yeah,
I don't think that doesn't make a difference.
That doesn't make a difference.
I just don't know if they say it. I don't know if Kofi Kingston's. I don't know Big E.
I don't think Kofi say it.
I don't know if Kofi. So I don't know if Xavier would say it around Kofi.
I don't even know if E say it. I think Xavier would say
I don't think any of them said it, to be honest with you.
I agree. I don't know if any of them said. Now, the Giant Omos.
He's saying nigga. I seen him rapping Jay-Z.
Yo.
I seen him rapping. Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Nigga, I'm home.
Yo, he went to Morgan State. Of course, he say nigga. Nah, yeah, he had a dope interview this week. Omos was on one of them. I don't think it was Ariel Hawani. I think what's the other one? Out of character or whatever.
Oh, Ryan Satin.
Yeah, it was Ryan Satin.
And he was talking about like all the stuff he went through with his tumor and moving here and growing up. You know what I mean? Like,
he had cancer.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was cancerous. It was a tumor. That was not a tumor.
Not a tumor.
Yeah.
Would it be related to like the giantism?
No. Yes.
Or like,
I would assume so. Yeah.
What Andre had.
Yeah. It's not a tumor.
Yeah, he said that he was affected by it 3 ways or whatever. So he still got to take because of all the procedure or whatever. He got to take like hormone therapy and all that still to kind of stop from, I guess, growing and all that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
He isn't there because there's a surgery. I think Big Show got the surgery to where he would stop.
He did
the growing. So I don't
really.
Yeah.
He said he had it in high school and it kind of affected because he said he was a better athlete in high school 1 year. Then he had the tumor removed and he like wasn't the same after that.
He ain't got that big brow like Andre do.
Yeah, because he stopped it earlier. Like in the science is better.
Yeah.
He joined that hangover. You know what I mean?
That Cro-Magnon head.
That's right.
Look like Dark Side from the comic.
Put a drink.
He looked like the sheepdog that punched niggas like this. You know what I mean?
The one that be clocking in.
Yeah.
Y'all are a mess.
Yo, if you get punched like this,
ladies and gentlemen, another old nigga joke.
Nah, facts. Yeah, I'm old as shit. I don't care.
Someone has to make that their
I was 5 years old.
Hey, yeah. He was like, "How you doing, Mac? How you doing, Jim?"
I'm sorry.
They got to it.
I apologize.
I was help that hearts.
He got the baby.
Those ain't grow. They stop.
Yeah, your teeth don't grow.
Who? Almost.
Almost. Yeah. He got the John. Almost the John
with baby teeth.
They chiclet.
If he didn't get the surgery, his shit would have looked like veneers.
It stunted his teeth.
All right. I'm out of here.
I'm just trying.
Your teeth.
I'm just trying to clarify. I'm just trying to clarify what's going on. I was actually happy this week. I got to see. It was cool. I liked seeing Mustafa Ali back on TV. I was much more excited to see Oscar back, flicking Becky Lynch in the nose and shit. Y'all, I know we're about to get Oscar Becky Lynch for a minute, but I'm kind of hyped for the Mustafa Ali, Tommaso Ciampa. I guess they're going to be playing in the Austin Theory. I'm ready for that. That's right up my fucking alley right now.
That's quality television, man. Everybody involved in that little situation can kind of control the mic. You know what I'm saying? Everybody over there nice. So that should be a bunch of compelling TV. I'm excited for
it. Especially if they let Mustafa talk.
Yeah.
Shut somebody in.
And it'll be good matches. I mean, Tommaso Ciampa can go. Mustafa. I mean, Ali. I mean, he was one of the pillars of 205 Live, so they'll be able to have matches.
Especially let them go. Really let them go.
Yeah.
iPhone charger teeth is crazy. Y'all are a mess. Shouts out to I love the chat. I will say this. I love that y'all rock with us for fucking 18 hours every Thursday. All right. I'm glad Asuka's back. It actually because it makes the women's division over in WWE even that much stronger. Probably stronger than what Becky Lynch was saying this week.
We saw Bailey to come back soon, hopefully.
But a lot of that kind of builds on what, because Becky was in, I forget who she spoke with, but they asked her essentially what she thought about AEW, and she said, "Yo, I no disrespect."
But disrespect.
But disrespect. I don't think they're represented the same way. She said they don't get as much time as we get, and they're not as good as we are. That's her. She said, "No."
Drew Garabo Live, featured cut of the day or something like that's what the show she was on.
She right?
So look at the show she do. Phew.
Where you go? She right though?
About what?
About the WWE Women's Division greater than sign the AEW Women's Division.
I would say yes.
Which part?
I would say yes.
The whole thing.
About the all right.
She's a terrible deliverer of the message though.
She said they're not as good as we are.
For the most
She's
part,
correct.
that's true. For the most part. Now, I mean, you have outliers, but as a division, she's right.
What you saying, man?
They're not as good in what?
She didn't specify. The quote.
I need to know.
As a division, as an entirety.
No, but wait, math. What I'm saying is, I can't give you more than the quote.
No, I'm with you.
So I mean, so we could like, are we talking in ring?
I think she's talking everything.
Well, I'm saying in ring is AEW lesser than WWE, the women's division?
Absolutely.
Yes, but you
outliers, like Fam said.
It's what I'm not going to say outliers. It's are there women wrestlers on the AEW roster that could go to WWE and shine? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I'm not going to say outliers because when I hear outliers, I think of 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, or 3 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But you have people like
Britt Baker.
No,
hell no. Wait. Y'all don't think Britt Baker they wouldn't try with her? Why?
No,
because she can talk. You don't think Britt Baker is not the type of woman that Vince would want?
Yes.
Can't talk.
No. Yes.
No. I'm not saying. I'm not saying she never talk. I'm saying the package of Britt Baker feels like somebody who could be in the WWE.
You do remember they bought Pink Hair Yo back,
right?
And you see Pink Hair Yo gone again.
I feel you. I'm just saying.
She fits that mold as well.
Right.
Britt Baker is a better in ring than Pink Hair.
Yeah,
but she's horrible.
But that's not saying much.
It's not saying much. Right. You're right.
I think the correct comparison, and hear me out. The correct comparison to Britt Baker would be Bianca Belair. Is who is each company pouring their investment into?
No.
AEW's poured more into Britt Baker than any other woman on that roster as far as what they want her to be. WWF has done the same thing over the last
since day one. Yeah, they have. She was in all the upfronts and all the promotion when she wasn't.
Stop.
So you stop at my point. Keep going.
Yes.
Okay, what's up?
Yeah. You have to remember, Britt Baker was there before Jade Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same because they're full throttle behind Jade Cargill because they see what it is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say Britt Baker. Britt Baker is still along the lines of Mandy Rose.
That's right.
Mandy Rose is on goddamn AEW TV.
She still sucks. Exactly. It doesn't take away that she don't duh.
Exactly. She's still on TV is the point. She's good
TV. Down there.
She's still on TV because
MXC 2.0 and AEW 2.0. That's what you almost said, fam.
I don't know what that is.
But she's on TV.
Mandy's got a title.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But she's nowhere near the investment that Bianca Belair is in that company.
Jade Cargill, what I'm saying, cuz Jade Cargill hasn't been there as long as DDS, DDM, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
DMD.
But she's moved her out of the picture.
She's also still a project.
Britt Baker isn't?
Right.
No, Britt Baker is a pillar of that company.
Who made that statement?
They did.
They did.
On TV,
to us, she's a project because
that pillar has cracks.
Who?
AEW.
I
thought that was Cody.
They put that in a promo.
It has cracks.
No, don't forget. CM Punk was the one that said he would replace MJF with Britt Baker as the pillar.
Yeah, he's supposed to say that.
Yeah. But they didn't announce it on TV. But like, again, she's the woman from the get-go they were building. She wasn't the first champ, but the whole time she was getting the spotlight with the DMD stuff, the Tony Schiavone backstage stuff. This is again math before Adam Cole showed up, so he didn't take away her shine, like you've kind of said since he arrived. But
that's right.
But she was a woman that was down when they did All In. That was like because they couldn't get Tessa Blanchard. Chelsea Green went to NXT, so I think Cody the Young Bucks came in and Tony Khan saw one woman that wasn't leaving that they could build from scratch pretty much, and that was her.
The Britt Baker EPMD is funny. The point is Britt Baker stinks, but you have Thunder Rosa.
Period.
You have Thunder Rosa.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You have Chris Statlander.
Yep.
You got Jade Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
I still believe in. I mean, they absolutely did her filthy, but I believe in Sheeta, and I believe in Nyla Rose.
Mm-hmm.
You say they did Sheeta filthy when last night or in general?
In general.
Well, she was much like Moxley's salary, and she was champ during the pandemic. Like it was
quiet. It was
very quiet.
She was champ, but it was real quiet for her, unfortunately.
Hey, that is an amazing group of women you just named, but all of them sit behind Asuka. All of them sit behind.
Well, that's an obvious.
All of
but
them
you
sit
said,
behind.
but you said because you said first of all, Thunder Rosa isn't far down that list.
But she's behind all three of them.
Behind all three of who?
Sasha, Bailey, and Asuka. She's behind all three of them.
I'm putting her over Bailey.
Ain't no goddamn way.
Because I haven't seen Bailey.
I guess the real thing would be like Nikki Cross in AEW. What would Nikki Cross be in AEW? Would she be the best woman by far? She showed up.
She'd either be the champion or sitting next to Julia Hart on the steps waiting for the program to happen. Which I think that's the other thing that Becky was talking about was.
That's right, Eve.
Not only do we have better women, but our women have more time. And I was thinking about that. Like, I know Raw is a 3-hour show, but when you figure like the Bianca Sonya Deville, that's a program. That's a chunk of time. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, those are chunks of time. And I feel like aside from it was Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida had the match on Dynamite, and then it was a Britt Baker backstage segment. Like that was it for and Julia Hart sitting on the steps. That was it on the 2-hour Dynamite. And so those points are when Becky's got a lot of ammunition, because no matter who's in AEW doing it right now, they're not getting enough time unless it's Jade on Friday nights.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Hey man, tell niggas buy that 10. I mean, if niggas don't get to play the 10, we're gonna make the episode. God dang it.
I seen that one. Yes, that's what
we're not gonna put
snatch that down. We had upload that to
putting drip in a bathing.
That's BRP uncut.
Yeah. Bongos, Versace, Parasuco.
Hey.
It's bad when it's a 5-person. It's a 5-person podcast when it's us 3 niggas on the screen. You know, it's about to be a bunch of nonsense. That I don't know. That women's wrestling stuff is interesting. I mean, even if you look at NXT and the amount of stuff they're doing with Clint Baker is, I wish I could make that the name of the episode. I don't think
no.
I think Becky was right, but she isn't in the conversation to make that right.
She's right.
That's a good point. That's a real good point. She's not got a title. She's not in a title picture right now, is she?
But she has a main program with Asuka. Like that's a big deal now. Big deal. That Asuka returns and it's big time Bex against Asuka. Like what's Becky going to do now that she doesn't have the title?
But she's only in a big time feud because she just came off of losing and Asuka just came back.
Returned. Yeah,
because she wouldn't be nowhere near anything if that wasn't the case.
Right.
And it's not like Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, where they're clearly setting up Rhea to join Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a team that broke up way too soon, like Queen PR said last week.
But that was their plan, though.
Yeah, but it just they could at least been champions before they broke them up.
I don't care. Like, that's one of those. Yeah. To be honest, and I'm not saying it. I'm just like that. That wouldn't have moved the needle for me. Pause.
Oh. What?
I'm saying it's getting most out of the story you're about to tell because they broke up because she was tired of losing. It's like, you guys just started getting together.
I'm kind of with Drip on that.
I mean, the story makes sense. They teamed up. They were supposed to be besties, and then every time they wrestled, they fucking ate it. I mean, Rhea just had the titles, right? It's not that bad of a storyline. Wait, what's Eve? What do you mean by being honest about Becky Lynch? Elaborate.
No, we always been saying this about Becky Lynch.
I want to know what like is there more to the story that Eve's trying to say though? I mean,
but Becky Lynch again. Becky Lynch saying this is like
my nephew.
It's not close to the I know you ain't talking because you are the weakest of the 4 horsewomen. So you to be like we're way better than them is like stating the obvious, but again, it's like there are 3 women that you're constantly linked with that are better than you. So it's kind of, and then there's Bianca Belair who is better than all 4.
but you got to say she had the biggest. Becky had the biggest.
We're not gonna have this conversation again, but yeah, I know
the biggest mean. What?
She had the biggest, like the biggest run.
She had one of the hugest runs aside from
because her career needed it more than that. I mean, then Bayley had her heel turn was the thing, but Becky Lynch was drowning until the punch.
The funny part is it's also the most non-committal run, but they haven't really married to what her character is, who she is, heel, face.
Black Rasslin.
Shouts out Black Rasslin.
Oh,
YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. Subscribe if you're not already. I feel
kids.
Black Rasslin for the children. No, you're right. I think the Becky thing. It's hard to tell who she is right now. I don't know what her character is right now, aside from
it's a loser. Her character reminds me of you remember Beetlejuice, the dinner party?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Shorty with the nah,
the Yala. Broken Murphy.
Becky,
I guess I think what I can
say something real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Becky still Wait, go back to that comment. Becky still got to send Nia Jax a weekly check. That's right.
Yeah.
Becky has every iteration of her character has been saved by somebody. Every single one.
Wait. She has to send who for what?
For breaking her nose. Because remember, she was getting stale at that point. Stop playing.
Well, no. She was about to get stale.
I'm not done. She was about to get stale
on that.
And then they came and did that invasion. Okay, accidentally broke her nose, and all of a sudden, that blood on her face
put her through the roof.
That's right.
Dale Becky Lynch is funny.
Stat guy Greg,
talk to him. We tried to tell him.
I hope you saw that piece of the show.
No, we've been having that argument for years.
Yeah,
we don't have this argument
forever.
We was last talking about this in November. I was waiting for my baggage. Like y'all niggas is wilding.
But all three of us was on the same.
Well, I remember I had given Charlotte Flair credit because what made Becky Lynch the heel turn to work is that people got tired of Charlotte Flair. And then Nia Jax
saved
Nobody
for the win.
That's what I'm saying. See, Eve agrees with me again. Like
no,
but then Nia Jax
wrong.
Yeah. She wouldn't. She needs other people. Like she needs it.
She needs
Friday, Tuesday.
Like I don't even think it's other people. She needs like created situations.
That's right.
Around her to make people care because
That's
the most part, people don't, and it's why people are lukewarm and having trouble realizing should I boo her? Should I cheer her?
They don't know where to go. I didn't know where to go. I was like, the man. Okay, I like her. Do I? I don't.
The one girl's like, no.
Right. That's me inside. That was me inside.
We over the weekend.
That's right. Bianca saved her comeback. You're right.
Well, her coming back would have been a big deal because she was gone for a year, but her beating Bianca Belair that way, again, it's just always the accelerator, which is what she needs to get.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Well,
but are you Stevie Wonder? Because that's what you.
I'm sorry.
Get us that cow.
No, because this was.
Cal can't see. He's got sunglasses on. He's
like, where are we?
You know what I saw? You know what I saw, Drip? I saw the whole timeline. We was talking about Rhea Ripley. Everybody saying that Jade snatched her whole steed from the pin.
Yo, what channel was this?
What you mean? What channel? This was AEW. This was Friday night AEW.
This is a Spice Channel.
Is that Spotcha and Vidbo?
Hey, I don't know what happened. I was because everybody said she pinned her like Rhea. It's not my fault.
Hey, yo, 2 girls, 1 ring.
That's the title.
2 girls, 1 ring. That's good.
We can't do that when Doctor D's on the show. Come on.
Doctor D and Captain Crunch, 2 girls, 1 ring.
Yo, it's the third thing in that whole match that all right. There are a couple of things that have been viral, you know what I'm saying, on TV. The kick, right?
The kick.
Now Jade has the kick. She's been had the kick, right? However, the framing of Jade being off screen, her homegirl in there talking to the other people like this, and then turning back and getting kicked is the same spot. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's one. The visual of what the baddie section is starting to be narrowed to mirrors what the tag team champs and Bianca Belair have been doing visually on social media.
The baddie section, yeah.
Correct. And you got, you know what I mean? You got the Rhea Ripley power driver pin. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 things in one segment.
We call that the Cargill spear.
Oh my God.
Strap practice.
The car drill.
The car drill.
You know the meme when the guy's like this? That's what Matt wants after seeing that pin. Like,
whoever produced her stuff is just on social media. And I don't have.
So Tony Khan.
Nah, it's an actual producer, like an actual wrestler. It might have been Daniel Bryan. Like, well, what's on the timeline? I don't do this stuff. Oh, this is cool. Can you do this? Well, I'm already kind of doing this.
Can you do this?
So. He was like, well, shoot, I've been on the other side of it, so I figure I can recreate it. I don't.
It could be Pat Buck because he left WWE to join AEW.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that do look like the Pat Buck right there.
I did see that. It's actually speaking of Jade in the baddie section, they're going to be taking on Willow Nightingale, Trish Adora, and Sky Blue on Rampage on Friday.
2 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a squash. But shout out to young ladies that I'm definitely a fan of getting some time on TV.
Facts. Yeah. If you're not watching Rampage, you should be watching Rampage.
If you're not watching Terry's channel,
We Love Wrestling for real.
Right.
We love. That's how I learned.
Trey? You mean Trey? Trey.
Big King Trey D. He'll introduce me to a woman on Wednesday, and then 2 weeks later, she's on Elevation. She's on Dynamite. She's somewhere.
So again, I'm a revisit a conversation that I had on here. I'm sorry, I don't mean to derail it, but I do. So when we used to hit the Discord, motherfuckers was talking about why does Terry put that watermark over top of images. This is why.
Yeah.
This is why. Shout out to you, dumbass.
This is why. I didn't know who the Renegade Twins were.
Are you saying people could steal some stuff?
I didn't know who the Renegade Twins were. I saw them with them with him all the time, and then I saw Homegirl wrestle on TV last week.
They would like the Renegade Twins have been with Trey for damn near a year.
A minute
prior.
I didn't know who Sky Blue was until I saw the We Love Wrestling page.
He's been pushing Sky Blue for forever. And Sky Blue has been getting squashed week after week after week, and he's still pushing Sky. But Sky Blue was on the channel years ago.
And she know if King Trey D come around, she know what's going on. But that's when you got to be there.
Shout out to fans.
Damn, did y'all see this Ember Moon stuff?
Yeah.
The whole
yeah.
Right there. Check the correspondent. Look at her face. Let's go to Mimi in the field.
Mimi, before y'all let Mimi get started, on this subject, the favorite thing I've seen came from Hearts, and we'll get to it. Go ahead to Mimi. Go ahead, Mimi. Yeah.
Mimi, you got thoughts on Ember Moon? Well, because Ember Moon's finally opened up about, I guess, the last 6 months or whatever, her tenure with Shotzi leaving and her shit kind of being in the dark. She was off TV for a bit, then they'd give her a match. She was off TV, and she was talking about them telling people to get sexy and have your ass out or whatever. I don't know. Mimi, when we first brought up the Ember Moon stuff offline, you seemed like you were a little perturbed. Is that fair?
I was perturbed because it actually triggered something that happened when I was there, and at the end of her interview, she goes, "I really, I don't pull this kind of card. She's pulled this kind of card before, where she thinks she's better than whatever." I find it very tasteless when people have interviews like this after they either get released or they leave. I get it. Your time was not the best, and you think that they misused you. You think that they didn't use you the way that you felt that you should have been used. But there's a reason for some of these things, and the reason why I say that is because you see when people go over to AEW and you see how it plays out. The fans want this, the fans want that. This person is a shit, this person is that. Then they go to AEW and they give them the TV time and they fail.
You're saying you think Athena would be kind of in the lower mid card if she went over there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's not a full package. She's not a full package.
The one thing I've heard, right, and the one gripe that I've heard is the folks over there saying something to the effect of like WWE doesn't know how to book black people more than a couple of ways, which would have been the truth a few years ago.
1985 or
no,
97, right? Yeah, but we can't be in 2022 talking like that shit years after the New Day.
In 2022, it does happen to be false now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I don't like that because the truth is I remember what Ember Moon sounded like on the mic, and I was never impressed, right? She was dope in ring.
She could work in ring.
Yeah, no, she was dope in ring.
Yeah, she could work.
But I don't like. Now listen, if what she said is true, it's true. If she's not, because she didn't, it didn't sound like she put a bunch of sauce on the story. I think she told the story as is, and I truly feel like she don't.
That's right, Vinny.
Like them niggas.
No facts.
But yeah, the truth is, man, she is who she is. You know what I mean? And she had the experience she had. Listen, pro wrestling is a nasty business. I'm sure if, you know what I mean, she was told to wear some fishnets, she wasn't the first person to wear the fishnets.
Not at all. It's too many women on that roster for. I mean, it sucks, but that just is what it is. You go there, that's what Vince wants.
But I honestly don't think she was fired for not wearing the fishnets. I think she was fired because she couldn't stay healthy.
The story that they told, the story that she told was basically, look, we got something for you. Now we ain't got nothing for you. And then the key, it sounds like, was because she kept referring to Triple H and him being gone. It sounds like all of this happened, and then the one person who was in her corner that had juice.
I will say that he
left. And she was like that, but the problem is that happens. You sometimes
that happens everywhere.
I've been there.
That happens with the Keith Lees, the Adam Coles, all the people that
Drip.
Everybody was exposed once he got sick. Everybody got exposed.
Drip. It happens with the cows. You have the one person. It's like, yo, when I'm here, you're here, and then when they're gone, guess what? You could be gone. It is what it is.
You ever been in somebody's hood? And then you visit their hood when they ain't there.
It's different. The same.
It's night and day.
And you food.
That's right.
That's what happens.
A nigga like Math walking around. Hey, nigga, who is you?
Hey, cuz. Where your granny from?
Where Tyrone at? You was with Tyrone the other day, right? Where ain't Tyrone?
If a nigga remembers who you was with, leave.
Right.
Because that means they were peeping you out.
You were keeping them.
You were keeping them.
Oh, you was here for Keisha.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's Keisha, man, right? That's Keisha, little boyfriend, right there.
If you was there
came
for
over here for Keisha,
you over.
That's
You
right.
food. You food for real.
Triple H had patience. He had patience with all of them. He gave them the bandwidth and the room to grow their characters, to grow as wrestlers, to be able to mold themselves at a slow pace for the main roster. And basically, unfortunately, he got sick, and Nick Khan and Vince said, we need these mofos over here. Time is of the essence. Y'all need to hurry up and pick up quick. You've been here too long. And like, that's what it was.
But that's because he's someone who needed to mold slowly as well to figure out who he was. And because he went through how many iterations before he became the Triple H we all know. I'm not saying in a negative way, like the Connecticut Blue Blood, Shawn Michaels the sidekick, the leader of DX, then the guy in the company. Like that took years. That wasn't streamlined. So when Finn Balor came back to NXT, just like Ember Moon came back almost a year kind of after Finn Balor came back, he was like, they're not using you well. Come back here, recycle, add some more, figure out, we'll buy time until I'm in charge because I'm not going to let you go over there where we got a war going on.
Right.
And people are, leaving us to go join them because they feel mistreated.
It's a volatile time. It's a real volatile time.
He was probably buying like stay here. He probably kept thinking like just 5 more years or like trust the process. Like I'll be that guy on the main roster in no time.
That should be sounded cool until somebody has an issue and then they're not around. I mean, I think I do want to say that I talk a championship.
Same thing. It was like he would try to keep these people afloat. Like come back here. We'll reuse you, and then you can go back up when.
What I'm saying, I do think on the one hand, I can understand having to get all this off your chest because you are a fan. She seems like she's very passionate about her profession and what she's able to do. But I was surprised when they mentioned that they didn't, because it sounds like they were like, look, we don't want you on TV, but we rock with you and we think you could be an asset to be coaching some of the youth. Because she talked about, she knew her position when it came to putting on the new stars for NXT. She knew what she was there for, but she still wanted to be in the mix. She wasn't trying to be somebody coach. She wasn't trying to be.
I think they, and when I say they, I mean WWE. I think they saw the value in her.
Facts.
It's why they put her on main event. What was that show? The joint with Renee Zellweger and CM Punk. You know what I'm saying?
Backstage.
Yeah, backstage.
They put her on that.
She was on there a couple times. Yeah.
She was on there a lot.
Yeah, she was a regular feature guest or whatever.
Because she was hurt.
Yeah, she had that bad injury. Yeah.
And they saw the use of her. They saw her insight. They saw that I want to keep this woman around.
Right.
So
they knew the value.
Yeah.
They were no wedger.
But how did she not see that? See, that's the part that bothers me. Like she couldn't see that part, but yet she felt compelled to bring other people down.
Right.
Like that's the part for me where I'm like,
her mentioning Shorty's name is kind of
it's crazy. Crazy.
Like, that's your coworker. That's supposed to be somebody that you're supposed to be working with. Like Natty don't do that. Natty knows what her position is.
Natty back.
Granted, Natty's a different situation.
Yeah, that's legacy. Come on, she knows the business.
But regardless, you want a job. Okay, it's the pandemic.
Look,
they're keeping you. What's the problem?
You got to get in where you fit in, and I think that's right. The key. You got to understand. Hey,
look at Sheamus. How long has Sheamus been there? Sheamus knows his position.
Facts.
He's there to help.
That's Butcher's boss now. That's Butcher boss.
Oh man. Yo, Renee Zellweger.
You still laughing at that?
You act like this is the first time he said that.
Who is Renee Zellweger?
The point is, the first time he said
that's
it,
like Fam's Ricky Steamboat arm drag. Like, if I ain't broke.
The best part is when he's in there, he's got the shit like a light. He's like, "Ooh,
right.
Your lightsaber."
It smells funny.
Sidebar.
Trimming the hedges, but he's going to scorch the earth.
Super sidebar. I had to go to New York last week, and I've been going through a lot of random shit I've been accumulating over the last 10 years. Who do y'all know a nigga that's got a 4 Loko hammer?
Why?
You drink
that stoop shit.
Hey,
I Jake the Snake playing stoop shit.
I may or may not have laid the 4 Loko hammer before.
After you have a 4 Loko, we all have the 4 Loko hammer.
That's when you
4 Loko hammer may be the name of the episode. Jesus.
Pardon me.
Christ.
Nigga walk around with that hooked.
time to play the game.
Send the hook.
It's outside of the jeans.
You're not going to be able to get to everything this season.
Send hook is insane.
Send hook is crazy. Send hook is actually crazy.
Sorry, Mimi. I'm sorry.
Math, I'm going to preface this by saying I'm sorry right now, but we've been following this storyline since this nigga finally won a title. They gave your mans another TNT championship run. I got a real I got a real question. And this is all by design. This is what Tony Khan was planning on doing when they say that he had a plan.
Mm-hmm. The timeline went hot. The timeline went hot. That's what happened.
That's what he does. I think the timeline said his win was lackluster.
Right.
He said, okay, because we still in a post-swole situation, which is why Friday night is black as it is.
Black as fuck.
But that being the case, they want to get number one boy. Shout out to Calhoun and Tommy. But they want their number one boy out there winning the way they wanted him to win. And so they took it off of him. You know what I mean? They put it on a nigga with all the real life heat.
Yeah.
And then they let their number one boy take it up off of him with the folks who's going to give them the reaction that he should have gotten, other than that weird, him with Buddy in the dash shoes, wearing the belt with 2 belts. And it's less weird, and the run is better now.
They have Frankie Kazarian came out and dap him up after he won the title.
Because now they're setting up the mentor, student.
Wait, but how many he got Ethan Page, who ain't been doing nothing but good job, Scott. He got Dan Lambert. Now he gonna have a black suit wearing Kazarian walking around.
No, they're gonna have a match next week or whenever. Like they'll have a match. And
Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, you're saying?
I don't know if I said this last week on the show, but like you could tell after he lost that Battle of the Belts too, they were doing the double switch. It was that obvious because Sammy Guevara kicked him in the nuts. He won the title back. You feel bad for Scorpio Sky. And Sammy Guevara comes out. He does his.
I watched the video. He said
he does his poor Edge imitation about being the rated R superstar and like all that. And then
that shit is
Scorpio Sky is like, I'm the guy who did this and all that. And like again, like we should feel bad for this guy because he got screwed after.
I'm gonna say
being
this.
Undefeated for a year and winning the title the way.
I'm gonna say this. Tony Khan, I'm gonna speak directly to you, and because I know, and I want to preface this by saying I'm not being a hater.
Put yourself on the Summer Jam screen.
I watch pro wrestling every week. I at the very least I try and make sure I watch Raw and Dynamite, and I'm gonna say this, and it's not even crazy. It's not even crazy. Ty Conti. I know she's probably trying her hardest to be hated right now. Shorty is she's not the heel. She don't know what she's doing out there to be a heel with dude.
Who's a natural heel.
Dude is ready to heel it the fuck up. She's kind of just waiting for him to figure something out. And I'm not saying
he brought out a woman to fake engage to her to get babyface sympathy. And it was like, we don't like you. Like,
is Sammy Guevara the biggest heel?
Yeah, he was
a fake heel.
Yeah, no, he was a heel.
No, actually, he's the real heel now.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
but he was a heel in the inner circle.
I don't believe it.
All the guys in the inner circle, except
people really dislike him, like in real life.
That's the thing. They really don't fuck with him. Yeah,
I hear you.
That's
real. I hear you. I know.
That's
it's
the
fake.
old school X-Pac.
You know what I mean?
X-Pac hate, yeah.
No,
they don't like that nigga.
I get you. I get you.
Because like niggas hate him because he's with her.
Tekken moves.
I think niggas hate him because he's whack.
That too.
Is he
whack? He's not whack though.
Yes.
He can wrestle.
No.
You say outside of the ring.
I'm not talking about
outside of wrestling.
Outside of the ring, okay.
But he can't cut a promo without cue cards. That's the thing. It's like he's terrible when he's not wrestling. That's why they had to go through all this extra stuff to make him matter. Like, I gotta propose and be the fighting hero who wins the title for his fiance, and then he dumps her. Gets to Ty Conti, and again, we're supposed to feel bad when he gets screwed over by Scorpio's guy. It's like, no, we don't feel bad for you.
This is bad. Again, this is bad.
So bad.
I'm trying. I mean, them being engaged for real is great. Shouts out to Love and whatever's going on with them in real life. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying it may not translate to the best.
That's right.
Heel couple that because they're spending a lot of time trying to make them be the most hated couple.
That's right. And like they're forcing it.
It's not that I hate them. It's just that it's kind of whack.
I don't think they're forcing it. I think they're capitalizing on the real life part of it. It's like what WWE did with Matt Hardy and Edge and Lita.
Yeah.
But they don't know how to do it like that. They don't know how to do it like that.
Yeah, I think the difference is
I didn't think it was executed great when they did it. It was just a big deal because niggas knew it was real life.
But I feel like I believe that situation more than this one feels a little too forced. I don't know if it's forced manufactured, but I don't know if I feel like it may be because of Ty Conti. I don't know if she's it's hard because that's his actual woman, but I feel she's not the fit for me.
She's like a sweet girl.
Yeah,
she smiles a lot. She's very happy. She's very bubbly, and then she has to be an asshole. And I don't believe her when she cuts the asshole promo. What'd you say?
You say you call her cool. She smiles. She's happy. She's a cool.
I didn't say that. Ty Conti,
but I had to say this earlier, Cal, about the TNT title going back and forth.
Wow.
Oh. Yo.
Wow.
If I guess nobody's watching, but Bobby Lashley just fell out of the room.
I reposted that hours ago.
I saw that earlier.
We were talking about that during the mix earlier.
Pardon me.
It's
okay.
I was going to say, as long as we know that he's good, because that could have been he flew out the ring.
Yeah, that was wild. I was like, nah, he's gone. Right? He gone again. They say he's all right.
Rattler Steve said he was. They were saying he was good.
Wow.
Yeah, but that shit looked nuts, right?
Yeah, I just saw it. I thought it just happened.
Nah, I want to say when I saw the video was it only been up for like an hour. It was like 7 o'clock.
My bad. Pardon me.
Good. We didn't talk about it, so.
Oh shit.
Is there anything else I wanted to get into before we got the fuck going out of here? Oh, Drip.
Yeah,
we were talking about the TNT Championship, and earlier, before we got into anything with Docta D and the whole everything we've been talking about, you said you had a theory on the TNT Championship, right?
Well, just about because everyone's like, "Oh, it's bounced back and forth now," and the same
they
guys.
They were saying it was the 24/7 title.
Yeah, but I think it's because it's the title that's defended on TV every week or every other week, so it makes sense. Like they try to treat it like it's a real sport. On any given match, someone can win. That they try to be somewhat realistic with that aspect. And like UFC, like you can be 18-0, but then you can lose this fight. You can get caught slipping just like that. And I think that's the real sports aspect that Tony Khan talked about at the beginning with like rankings and records and all of that. But you see, like some guys had runs. Cody had a run, Darby Allin had a run, Miro had a run, and then lately it's gone back and forth because the Cody thing with him winning it just to leave
They fucked it up.
And that's probably why we have Ty Conti, Sammy Guevara, again, in that Cody Brandy spot of like the heel couple versus
in the Sammy vignette. They made sure to do the cutter off the ladder. They showed the end of that spot with Cody. You didn't see his face. You saw him hitting the mat. I just thought it was funny. Backlash ain't this weekend, is it?
Next week.
Yeah, we've not done Backlash predictions yet, Rick Matt, because it's next week. You'll know when I'm putting my title on the line to just win my title again.
But I do think that what people say.
He got Cal got the Tully Blanchard aviators on.
You know, again, I had to go to New York. I there was a box sitting in a place where I used to occupy a space, and these Ray-Bans happened to be in there. I said, "Hey, Mimi said it was sunglasses night. Shit, I can't see, but motherfuckers, I feel like a whole patrol."
You got the big cock blockers on.
Whoop whoop. Hey nigga, come on.
No.
Yeah, you get out of here. You don't react at all.
This weekend is Triple A, pal.
This weekend is Triple A. What? It's a pay-per-view?
Triple A.
No, it's Triple Mania.
Triple Mania.
Oh, yeah. Word.
Yeah, Triple Mania and shit. It's the Ultimo Dragon and fucking Pentagon match. It's gonna be fire.
Yeah, they have.
And Ray Phoenix come back this weekend.
Yeah,
they came back. I thought that was last week. He came back.
He came back last night,
and then he came back on TV last night.
He was on Dynamite. Yeah, he was on Dynamite during the.
It's only $20.
$20 to go or to rent?
Nah, you probably
$20 is ringside.
You got to be a mule to go.
On that note, Jesus, was there anything else going on? Oh, I did the videos of FTR, all the moves that they recreated from Bret Hart matches for that Dynamite match that they had in the Owen Hart tournament. Like, great job. Shouts out for watching tape, but like I don't need like the whole match. It was basically copy pasted from.
But I thought y'all fucked with Bret Hart. Isn't that your goat?
Drip.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
This is
Drip.
You don't like homage? You don't like an homage? Come on.
Come on. I understand why it was done. I understand it.
That makes sense.
Versus brother. It makes perfect sense.
It makes sense.
It makes.
How's the execution?
It wasn't.
It's never going to be the same.
It wasn't excellent, but it was pretty good. There was some. I didn't like everything that I saw, especially because somebody they stitched. They stitched the match and then the moves that they took, and it wasn't 1-to-1. That's all I'm saying.
It's not going to be. I mean, that's
not going to be, but
yeah, that's an unfair expectation for them to be.
It wasn't excellent, but they did a good job.
I thought they did a really good job.
I understand why. It's the Owen Hart tournament.
And again, they're Bret Hart guys, like
brother versus brother.
Right. So it all makes sense.
Do these niggas got their own?
They've been doing a bunch of these match recreations. Specifically, Punk's been doing a lot of them. Spots from classic matches.
Right.
And all of them. Yeah, all them niggas.
Punk had a Bret Hart. He had a Bret Hart hoodie on too.
Stuff, all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Well, this is the thing, because fam, the thing is, I don't care either. But part of it's because
he's hurt over there.
At some point, I would like to see what the FTR original moves is. I would like to see people be a little more original. Homages is great, but it feels like a lot of this shit is homages at a certain point.
No, it's a lot of gimmick though. Here,
I'm tired. I'm good.
It's a lot of homage here. You know what I'm saying? They put on great matches in NXT. Like, they can go. I'm a fan of FTR. I know everybody else isn't, but they was just doing what they were asked to do.
Yeah, but they've been Arn and Tully their career. That's who they supposed to be.
That's what they picked a style that fit them. Like, we're gonna, old school holds, punches, nothing flashy. And
look,
it worked against.
They had a good promo against
the boys.
Yeah, they definitely had a good promo against them boys last week.
I'd rather see them do tag team matches where they're doing that shit than solo homages or whatever. But I will also say, I've got the Blackpool Combat Club. If I want to see niggas just beat each other up and get violent and have that shit be cool, I'd like to see FTR do other stuff as opposed to this. Maybe it wasn't for me. Maybe I've already watched all the Bret Hart and Owen Hart and Chris Benoit matches, so it's old hat to me at this point. I don't need to see it.
The shit that's so funny to me is, he's over there. I'm talking to you.
Who?
You.
Drip.
Is you will give credit to motherfuckers who do the same match all the time, but this puts you to sleep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen, and we'll get into it. I'm just talking.
We will. Okay.
I'm just talking noise.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
No, but see, I don't hate
pay the 1 to pay the 10. That's all I'm saying.
It's just a little noise. I'm talking noise. Because you are a huge fan. Oh, it's a classic matchup.
Right.
Between this guy and Shawn Michaels' son, who has recreated every match he's been in. He give you a little super kick off a backflip, and y'all motherfuckers and wet yourselves.
Yeah. Did you ever see Shawn Michaels do it?
Hey man, that super kick was amazing.
The greatest super kick of all time. Yeah, I saw that this week.
It's stupid.
You put a ladder in the match with him, and he has recreated the wheel. I've seen all this shit before.
Right.
You agree with Cal when FTR is doing it's homage. It's homage. I've seen Adam Cole homage Adam Cole matches for the last 3 years. But I'm wrong.
He homaging himself.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I'm giving you the best of me, nigga.
Sometimes you got to homage yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Getting beat up for 7. And he
you get the full local hammer, and you got the homage yourself.
And that's the match. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why, again, everyone has their own preference. Like, I don't have a problem with this match. Again, I'm not saying this match put me to sleep.
You just said it.
But you just pounced on it.
I'm saying the Briscoes one. I'm saying the one with the Briscoes did. When they, like, that first half of that match, I'm like, oh, I'm getting fucking sleepy.
You were done with it.
I thought the match was good, but
then they had to fire 10 minutes for that because again, FTR builds it up so slow in the beginning that the ending matters that much more because you don't want to see these guys win, even though I think they're kind of better as faces now. Yeah,
that's correct. Matt said that's correct
because I always like again they faced American Alpha, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, 2 guys that can go. They faced DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, same thing. So I was like,
not 2 years.
I'm like, they kind of built their rep off those guys because when they face Big Cass and Enzo Amore, that match, no one talks about that match.
Y'all giving him too much attention.
Fam, put that Vin comment, that last Vin comment back because I remember seeing this when was it the Pillman or it was the Benoit doc. On
that was after dark.
Dark side of the ring. At the end, we did a whole 2-part on why people don't like Chris Benoit. My man said, "Look, my name is about to be Chris Benoit Jr. as a pro, and wonder why we still ain't see David Benoit yet." I mean, Christ. Anyway, is Kenny Omega really the best wrestler out right now?
No.
Out of what?
That's a good question. I don't know who other Zell's referring to in that group. I would say no.
He said out.
Out of what?
What do you mean out of what? Out in circulation.
He could be out of gas. Out of the house.
The best wrestler that's out of
rehab.
Maybe.
No, I disagree, but I'm not.
All right, so that's an interesting question. Who's the best pro wrestler? Oh no, it's not easy. It's an easy question. So
easy question.
It was an easy question. Who's the best pro wrestler on the AEW roster?
Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, fair. Yep,
Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, best wrestler in the world right now. Best
in the world.
In the world. Sorry, Roman.
In the world.
Say Roman Reigns.
No, absolutely not. He's not the best wrestler in the world.
You got Mimi.
He's doing the best work right now, but not the best wrestler in the world. I thought it was AJ Styles until
Roman ain't been on
Daniel
TV
Bryan stepped up. That has
AJ
nothing to do with whether or not he's the best wrestler in the world. He's not.
AJ's done this thing.
And I love him. He's not.
Bryan Danielson, though. And they get mad at me. Yeah. I just want to see Danielson hold a title in AEW. Give him make a trios title because they out there beating everybody up as a trios team.
Yo, you don't recall like Nas winning no Grammys?
No,
last year.
No, but
no. That's
but Matt, this is my thing. Think of if Bryan Danielson was able to do and get the accolades that he was supposed to get when he was supposed to get it. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now he's in a situation where he went to hell and back. He had to fight to get back into the ring to do his thing. And I'm still not 100% on if he needs to be going as hard as he's going.
No,
but
he definitely should not.
But
I think he's playing on that too. Every time he works, he does spots that look crazy.
Thank you, fam.
He knows that niggas is watching that know the history.
I realize that. I realize when it was him and Sami Zayn. I think they did a spot on the ring apron back in the Thunderdome era, and I was like, yeah, they know because I know Brian was okay because I saw the other angle of the move, but like they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They trying to drop his man on the back of his head and all that.
If you're not giving it your all, then you might as well not even do it. Like that's his mentality. Like
right. Well, he told me as much. But the thing is that he feels comfortable enough to do it. Mm-hmm. He's in a zone where he's like, look, I can go out. I know my body. I know what I'm doing. And shit, every week he's going out there and doing it.
They don't.
They don't. You're not wrong. It's just like boxers.
Really quick, can I respond to this comment? Because it's Vaughn, you bugging out.
Big bugging.
Daniel Bryan left because he lied to WWE and he no longer trusted him, right?
Fact.
So they limited him. And he wanted to do everything he wanted. And you got my man. Hi, I'm Tony.
He looks like him.
Daniel,
come to the dark side.
Would you like to come to my company?
Come on.
Blink. You're not blinking.
He's like, hey, I want to do hardcore stuff. Great.
I got a check for you, buddy. I got a check right there.
He's definitely like, I've been a big fan, Brian. I've been a big fan. Like, I can't wait to have you.
Don't tell anybody. I'm buying ROH. Don't worry about it.
Hey, yo, look, this live, god dang it, live from god dang Las Vegas. There go your man right there.
Oh, he in the room. He in the trenches.
Him and Pop's in the war room.
Pop's got that mustache.
Yeah, Pop's got that.
Wacky mustache.
He a whole movie villain.
On that note,
that's the real heel right there.
This has been a fun episode. I ain't going front. We got to talk to Docta D. ASAP Hanswell dropped the whole mix. I hope we're not getting canceled tonight.
Oh, we getting canceled. Steelers on the clock, nigga. Hey,
Noel.
I thought you was about to start rapping.
On the clock, nigga.
Y'all should know what time it is. Wrestling chick Mimi, the queen.
Every week.
You got a black wrestler of the week?
Every week.
You better have a black wrestler every week. Who's your black wrestler this week? Who is it this week?
Bianca Belair.
She got her win this week. She got her win.
At home.
Big
Vols, you know what I'm saying? She was back there talking to Kane. I don't know.
Bianca's gonna talk to whoever she's gonna talk to, but hey, she got that win.
She had volunteers on John, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Vols. You know what I mean? Shout out to the fam down in Tennessee, specifically Knoxville. My black wrestler of the week is Omos, man. Very dope interview this week. I really enjoyed, you know what I mean? Then he beat your man Bobby down, you know what I mean? After the arm wrestling match with the arm wrestling table.
Yeah,
you know
he said, pick up that table.
That shit was nuts. I got an image of that too. Hold on, because he laid the table on this man. Put that
table on him.
He put the table on this man. Like, I don't know if we need this level of black on black violence. Like, if put the table on.
Bobby Lashley was under the top. Shout out
to him.
Shout out to Sylvester Stallone.
Under the top,
yo. Over the top.
Yeah. Next week. Under the top is crazy.
Who you got, man?
Yo, shout out to AC Mack. He unified.
Got all the gold.
The unsanctioned pro heavyweight championship and the Ohio Wrestling Alliance championship. So shout out to AC Mack. That's my Black Wrestler of the Week.
Thanks.
Drip, I'm gonna give you my video for the last 6 weeks for Black Wrestler of the Week.
I'm not.
All 6 of them coming.
All 6 of one video. Who you got, Drip?
Black Wrestler for the last 2 months.
That just kind of stopped, and I was like, well, I guess we're not doing this anymore. But
I'll
go with.
I forgot.
I'm going to go with the absolute Ricky Starks. He said he doesn't have a match at Forbidden Door, but we know the match he should have.
Yeah, Ultimate shout out, Vanessa. Man. He had a dope interview with Sparks.
Yeah, him on Wrestle Rap, yeah.
This man gets my Black Wrestler of the Week a lot, but seeing Chris Bay with the Ultimate Vanessa, your girl's favorite wrestler, the jacket,
Bay Starks.
He made it a hot line, and then he made it a hot song. He's just too. The thing is just that Bay is just too good, and I feel bad because if you really follow Chris Bay, you could tell that he's kind of like. I don't want to say he's at a crossroads, but he's definitely kind of like, what's the point of a lot of shit? But then when you see him get in that ring, you could tell that's where he needs to be. But shouts out to
Jay
my
White is like the ultimate Vanessa. Chris Bay.
I like him with Jay White.
Yeah,
but I don't like him with the Bullet Club.
No, yeah. When I see the Yamins behind them, the good old boys,
I don't like it. But I like him with Jay White.
Jay White rocks with him.
They had a dope match against Motor City Machine Guns a couple weeks ago.
That's how they need to start. They need to come out with.
Let's play Yay.
That's how their music should go.
Switchblade. That's gonna be the white noise intro. Let's go.
Jesus Christ! Before we get out of here,
what
Jesus Christ, Mimi.
Yeah.
Ladies first. Let the people know where they can find you on these social media.
Twitter. I am Mimi Shells.
This nigga is weird, yo.
Instagram. It's Mimi Shells.
She been in the streets, y'all.
Whole street
correspondent. Our street correspondent.
Young Mimi. How about
Mimi you? Wrestling with the white noise too.
That's a different episode entirely.
Hey man, IlFam790 is social media choice.
Man, this probably is a bitch over here.
Way more importantly, man, at Where's Buffy?
What happens after white noise? You come outside.
Shut the fuck up.
Shit.
Sorry, man. I apologize.
Sorry, cuz.
Yeah, Where's Buffy every single week? 8:30 every Friday night.
Shouts to Phoebe. We had a good conversation last week. That was fun.
Where's the Motrin?
Math, where are you at?
Math Damon.
Being the mule.
It ain't never changing. 1854. Shout out to the family.
I respect it. Hey, Math. It's good seeing you this week.
Can't believe I made it.
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate you. Drip.
Right,
on Twitter at Davis, aka Drip. Instagram, Davis Colm DC. Banks versus Davis on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. We have some big guests coming up.
Drip.
We just had Keeks. Shouts to Keeks. But again, I am the J White Boy BRP, the sensitive lover boy, the real Drip Shady, the future BRP predictions champion. make sure you check out blackwrestling.com where you can see the head writer, Mimi.
I am not the head writer. It's Cal.
No, you got that, Mimi. Don't worry. You got
check out Where's Buffy every single week. If you love Matt, if you love fam, check them out. Black Wrestling YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all of that. More content coming soon. Twitter. You see the videos I'm making, more to come.
Talk to him. Shouts out again. The Black Wrestling Podcast Club video. It was just 2 minutes of Daniel Bryan stepping on niggas. I love it. At Cal on Twitter, at Black Wrestling on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackWrestling.com is a website. But as always, you can find the Black Wrestling Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, wherever you get your podcasts. We're there. I have a special announcement I forgot to drop, and it's actually funny. Math just left. Let me turn this damn music off. If you are a $10 Patreon, a Nuck If You Buck patron, by 8:00 tonight, when this podcast started, you're gonna be getting one of these. Again, you had to have been a $10 patron by the beginning of this pod. So if you are a $10 Nuck If You Bucker, you will get one of these soon. Pay the 1, pay the 10. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to Docta D. Again, shouts out to MacMania for last week coming through. If you did not catch that, run that back after this one. Piece of the enemies, piece of the delegation. You already know what it is. It'll be super
White Noise coming soon.
White Noise. Patreon.com/Black Wrestling. More content on the way. We'll catch y'all next week.
Like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked. I came up here to get paid.